Who was the second President of the United States? Is it John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, or James Madison? What kind of government does the United States have? Is it monarchy, republic, or democracy? What is the oldest institution of higher learning in the United States? Is it Yale University, Harvard University, or Princeton University?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Who drafted the U.S. Declaration of Independence? Is it George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, or Thomas Jefferson? How many members are there of the U.S. Senate? Is it 150, 100, or 200? Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution officially extended the right to vote to women? Is it 20th Amendment, 19th Amendment, or 15th Amendment? Which document does the 4th of July commemorate? Is it Constitution, Declaration of Independence, or Gettysburg Address? What is the nickname for the old regulations requiring racial segregation? Is it Blue Laws, Jim Crow Laws, or Old Crow Laws? Where did the U.S. Senate first meet before moving to Philadelphia and then to Washington, D.C.? Is it Richmond, Boston, or New York City? What is the first self-evident truth in the Declaration of Independence? Is it that all men are created equal, that honesty is the best policy, or that standing armies should not exist? What war was fought in 1832 between the United States and Native Americans over territory in Illinois? Is it Cayuse War, Ute Wars, or Black Hawk War? Which U.S. president led his country through the final stages of World War II and through the early years of the Cold War? Is it Dwight D. Eisenhower, Harry S. Truman, or Franklin D. Roosevelt? Who was the founder of the American Red Cross? Is it Clara Barton, Elizabeth Blackwell, or Dorothea Dix? In the United States, PACs raise and distribute campaign funds to candidates seeking political office. What is the acronym PAC short for? Is it Public Action Commission, Political Action Committee, or Positive Action Commission? When did Baton Rouge become the capital of Louisiana? Is it 1902, 1817, or 1849? Who founded Tuskegee University? Is it Booker T. Washington, Andrew Carnegie, or Albion W. Tourget? What is the name of the sea passage through the Arctic archipelago of Canada from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean? Is it Intracoastal Waterway, Northwest Passage, or Dalco Passage? Which U.S. president succeeded to the presidency under the process decreed by the 25th Amendment, thereby becoming the country's only chief executive who had not been elected either president or vice president? Is it Millard Fillmore, Gerald Ford, or Benjamin Harrison? Who is known for having taken part in the creation of the NAACP in 1909 and for having written The Souls of Black Folk 1903, a collection of essays that became a landmark of African American literature? Is it W.E.B. Du Bois, Langston Hughes, or James Weldon Johnson? Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution imposed the federal prohibition of alcohol? Is it 21st Amendment, 18th Amendment, or 16th Amendment? Who delivered the Gettysburg Address? Is it Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, or Woodrow Wilson? Which U.S. president began the war on drugs? Is it Richard Nixon, Grover Cleveland, or Ronald Reagan? In what year was the Declaration of Independence approved and signed? Is it 1667, 1677, or 1776? Who among these is not traditionally considered to be a founding father? Is it Samuel Adams, George Mason, or John Trumbull? Which of these U.S. presidents won the Nobel Prize for Peace? Is it Franklin D. Roosevelt, George W. Bush, or Jimmy Carter? On March 21 to 25, 1965, Martin Luther King Jr. led a political march, now known as the Selma March, from Selma, Alabama, to which city? Is it Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, or Birmingham? Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution formally abolished slavery? Is it 16th Amendment, 13th Amendment, or 21st Amendment? Where did the Wounded Knee Massacre take place? Is it North Dakota, South Dakota, or Nevada? When was the Supreme Court of the United States formally established? Is it 1778, 1789, or 1802? Who wrote the American national anthem? Is it Francis Scott Key, Francis Bellamy, or Francis Drake?